I saw a video pop up about every gym leader's name being explained and I decided not to watch it. You know, I think of myself as a prime detective in Pokemon, a theorist, and as such, without any help, I will be coming up with the correct answers for why the gym leaders in Generation 1 are named the way they are. As the gym leaders throughout Generation 1 all have Pokemon based on certain types, just like every other region, I don't think it would be too difficult to simply guess the reasoning for why they were named the way they were, and with my inductive skills and ability to pick apart single words, I'm sure we'll get all the answers in this video. We'll be explaining every Gen 1 gym leader's name and why they were named the way they were. Starting with Brock, it's very easy that you can tell his name stands for Bad Rock. First gym leader, easy to beat, his Pokemon are level 14 at best. If you set him up in a battle against any of the other gym leaders, he'd not only be at a type disadvantage, he'd likely be 20 levels under. Two of the starter Pokemon you're given also wipe his team cleanly, and as time passed, they decided to give Charmander Metal Claw just to make sure you could walk past him like a pebble on the sidewalk. This is clearly the reason why they gave a name like Brock to Brock, which is short for Bad Rock. Misty is next, and while I had no desire to even Google the definition of this word, it's easy to see that her hot temper throughout the anime and anger towards Ash would cause a mist-like substance to appear from her liquid-based personality. Personally, I would have called her Steamy, but Scald wasn't out until Generation 5. The human body is also 80% water, but due to anime characters only being 2D, that would make her 40% water, and would therefore mean she need to maintain the lower amount of fluidity in her by keeping it as some mist, which created the name Misty instead of just Mist. Lieutenant Surge is a bit of a tricky one, as Lieutenant protects their troops, but a Surge Protector would inhibit the power of electricity. This is why he's actually the third gym leader and there's a cave of Diglets right beside him for you to capture and take him out with. This is because he inhibits his electric type Pokemon like a Surge Protector in an outlet, and is why he's only the third gym leader. There's also a tree outside of his gym that you need to cut to even get to him, otherwise his gym is inaccessible, which is something that stops you from connecting to a power source, and him in general. He is not a source of power. Erica, couldn't they have named her Bush or something? Erica is a grass-type gym leader, and R is in grass and is the second letter of both her name and the word grass. Who's after Erica again? Is it Koga? Screw that, we're going to Sabrina. Sabrina, the teenage witch. Exactly, which not only alludes to the psychic type she uses so frequently like a witch would, but also my psychic foresight to know that you knew that I was going to say that, meaning I predicted everyone's prediction of me saying that, and therefore, I didn't even come up with this reason, this was all of you. Can't flame me, I'm just your messenger. Koga. Koga's part of the Elite Four at this period in time, so he isn't a gym leader right now, and since I said this is every gym leader in Generation 1 explained, I won't be giving my insight on his elusive name origins that I had planned so greatly and very in-depth. If only he was a gym leader, I could have shown you all my great reasons. Blaine. Blaine is a city in Whatcom County, Washington, United States. This city's northern boundary is the Canada-US border. The Peace Arc International Monument straddles the border of both countries. The population was 4,684 at the 2010 census. Oh, nice. The elevation is 16 meters, the weather is 8 degrees Celsius, wind is going at 11 kilometers per hour, the humidity is at 82%, and on average, the hotels are 3 stars and around $117 per night. Giovanni. That's just the most Italian mob boss name I've ever heard, and seeing as his mafia operation is all underground, it makes sense to name the ground type gym leader that, as he likes to get under his Pokemon and command them from the bottom up. This is also why he has 2 Pokemon that are named after royalty, 1 Pokemon he treats like royalty, another Pokemon whose body is primarily underground, and one that's named after riding on. Giovanni tends to stay in the shadows, hiding behind his Pokemon, which isn't the worst idea in hindsight seeing as he's a known criminal and all his operations are getting busted by a 10-year-old child. That concludes our look into every Generation 1 gym leader's name and explaining the reasons why they were named the way they were. I'm sure we all learned a little something here today during this educational video, and in the next video, we'll be talking about how Pallet Town is based on your sense of taste. See you then.